Relationships often reveal themselves not only through actions, but also through the subtle words people choose. When a younger woman truly develops feelings for an older man, her communication often reflects admiration, emotional security, and a deeper level of respect. These words are rarely random. They carry meaning shaped by maturity, trust, and genuine affection. Psychologically, women tend to express love through reassurance, appreciation, and emotional openness. When a younger woman feels safe and inspired by an older man's experience, wisdom, and stability, certain phrases naturally begin to appear in her conversations. According to relationship insights often discussed by Sadia Khan, these small expressions can reveal much more than they seem on the surface. They hint at emotional attachment, admiration, and the comfort she feels in his presence. Understanding these verbal cues can help men recognize the deeper emotional connection forming beneath everyday conversations. In this discussion, we will explore several meaningful words and expressions that younger women tend to use only when their feelings for an older man are sincere and heartfelt. One of the clearest signs that a younger woman truly cares about an older man is the way she expresses genuine admiration for him. Admiration goes far beyond simple compliments or polite words. It reflects a deep respect for who he is as a person, the life he has lived, and the wisdom he carries from his experiences. When a younger woman begins to admire an older man, her words often reveal that she sees something special in him, something that stands out from the men around her. She may talk about his calm personality, the way he handles difficult situations, or the confidence he carries without needing to prove anything. These expressions of admiration are rarely forced. They come naturally because she truly values what he represents. Many younger women are drawn to the emotional stability and maturity that older men often possess. While people her own age might still be figuring out their path in life, an older man usually has clearer direction, stronger self-awareness, and a more grounded perspective on relationships. When she notices these qualities, she often verbalizes them in subtle ways. She might say things like how much she respects his way of thinking, or how she appreciates the way he sees situations differently. These comments are not just casual observations. They are reflections of how deeply she is paying attention to him. Her admiration grows from recognizing the difference between temporary attraction and meaningful connection. Another powerful aspect of genuine admiration is the way she values his life experience. Experience brings lessons, and those lessons often shape a person's character. When a younger woman listens carefully to an older man's stories about life, work, challenges, and growth, she begins to see him not just as a partner, but as someone she can learn from. She may express curiosity about his past, asking thoughtful questions and appreciating the lessons he shares. Her words often show fascination with how he overcame struggles or how he built the life he has today. In her eyes, these experiences become a source of inspiration rather than something that creates distance between them. Admiration also appears in the way she speaks about his character rather than just his appearance. While physical attraction may exist, her compliments often focus on deeper qualities, such as his patience, intelligence, kindness, and leadership. She may tell him that she appreciates how he handles people with respect, or how he remains calm when others lose control. These kinds of statements reveal that she is paying attention to his values and the way he moves through the world. Genuine admiration grows when she sees consistency between his words and his actions, and that consistency builds trust and emotional attraction. Sometimes admiration shows itself in the pride she feels when talking about him to others. When a younger woman truly respects an older man, she often speaks highly of him even when he is not present. She may mention his achievements, his perspective, or the advice he gave her that helped her in some situation. This pride is not about showing off. It is about sharing her appreciation for someone she believes deserves recognition. In her mind, his presence in her life adds value, and she naturally wants others to understand why she respects him so much. Another subtle way admiration appears is through encouragement. When she believes in him and respects his abilities, she may express confidence in his decisions and support his goals. Her words might show that she trusts his judgment and believes he will succeed in whatever he chooses to pursue. This kind of encouragement is powerful because it reflects emotional investment. She is not simply observing his life from a distance. She is emotionally connected to his growth and happiness. It is also important to understand that genuine admiration often brings a sense of calmness to the relationship. Instead of trying to compete or challenge his authority unnecessarily, she feels comfortable appreciating his strengths while also sharing her own. Her admiration does not come from feeling inferior, but from recognizing qualities she truly values. In many ways, this dynamic creates balance. The older man may provide stability and perspective, while the younger woman brings energy, curiosity, and emotional warmth. When admiration flows naturally, it strengthens this balance and deepens their connection. Admiration also leads to attentive listening. When a younger woman truly respects an older man, she tends to listen carefully when he speaks. She values his opinions and takes time to reflect on his words. This level of attention shows that his thoughts matter to her. It also creates meaningful conversations where both individuals feel heard and understood. Through these interactions, admiration slowly transforms into emotional closeness because respect often becomes the foundation for deeper love. Over time, her admiration can influence the way she treats him in everyday situations. Small gestures of appreciation, thoughtful messages, and sincere compliments become part of her natural behavior. She may thank him for his guidance or acknowledge the positive influence he has had on her life. These moments may seem simple, but they carry emotional depth. They show that she does not take his presence for granted and that she genuinely values the connection they share. True admiration is powerful because it is built on authenticity. It cannot be faked for long periods of time, and it usually grows from observing someone's actions over time. When a younger woman repeatedly expresses admiration for an older man's character, wisdom, and way of living, it often means her feelings are sincere and deeply rooted. In many relationships, admiration becomes the quiet language of love, revealing emotions that sometimes words alone cannot fully explain. When a younger woman genuinely loves an older man, one of the most telling signs is how often she seeks his guidance and perspective. This behavior goes far beyond casual conversation or polite advice. It reflects deep trust, respect, and a recognition of the value his experience brings to her life. Older men often carry wisdom accumulated over years of navigating challenges, making decisions, and learning from mistakes. And when a younger woman consistently turns to him for advice, it shows that she sees him not only as a partner, but as a mentor, confidant, and safe anchor in uncertain situations. Seeking guidance is about more than practical solutions. It's an acknowledgement that his perspective matters and can provide clarity when she feels confused or overwhelmed. She may ask for his opinion on career choices, personal dilemmas, or even social situations, genuinely wanting to understand how he would approach a problem. The questions she asks are often thoughtful, indicating that she is not merely fishing for answers, but truly values the insight he offers. Her willingness to discuss her challenges with him shows emotional intimacy, as she trusts that he will respond with understanding, wisdom, and care rather than judgment. This dynamic often strengthens the emotional bond between them. When she seeks his guidance, she is opening a channel of vulnerability, revealing her fears, doubts, and aspirations. In return, his responses, whether through advice, reassurance, or gentle encouragement, build her sense of security and reinforce her emotional connection to him. Over time, this exchange fosters mutual respect. She respects his knowledge and life experience, while he appreciates her openness, curiosity, and willingness to learn. The act of seeking perspective also reflects her admiration for his life experience and judgment. She may notice how he handles complex situations, manages relationships, or responds to setbacks, and she seeks to understand and emulate these qualities in her own life. By valuing his point of view, she communicates that his approach to life holds significance and influence for her, which is a subtle yet powerful expression of love. Furthermore, this behavior often shows that she feels emotionally safe with him. Many younger women may hesitate to share their personal concerns with men closer to their age, fearing criticism or misunderstanding. With an older man she loves, however, there is an inherent trust that his advice will be measured, patient, and considerate. By seeking his guidance, she is signaling that she feels supported and understood, which is a cornerstone of emotional intimacy. In many ways, seeking guidance and perspective becomes a form of communication that strengthens their bond without the need for constant verbal affirmation. It allows her to show respect, admiration, and love through her actions, demonstrating that she values not just his presence, but his insight, wisdom, and judgment. This dynamic often deepens over time, creating a relationship where intellectual, emotional, and personal growth are intertwined with affection and care. Ultimately, when a younger woman consistently seeks an older man's guidance and perspective, it is a sign of genuine love, trust, and respect. She values his experience, respects his wisdom, and feels emotionally safe enough to share her thoughts, challenges, and decisions with him. This behavior reflects not only admiration, but also a desire to grow together, building a deeper, more meaningful connection. The bond they share becomes one where love is expressed not just through words, but through the mutual exchange of trust, understanding, and guidance. When a younger woman truly loves an older man, one of the most significant ways she expresses her feelings is through emotional vulnerability. Unlike casual attraction, genuine love involves letting someone see the parts of ourselves that are unguarded, imperfect, or even fragile. Emotional vulnerability is not about weakness. Rather, it is a powerful demonstration of trust and deep emotional connection. By opening up to an older man, a younger woman communicates that she feels safe with him, that she believes he will accept and understand her without judgment. This level of openness is rare and meaningful. It signals that her feelings are authentic and rooted in emotional intimacy rather than superficial attraction. Showing vulnerability often begins subtly. She may share her fears, insecurities, or past experiences, gradually revealing aspects of herself that she might not show to others. These disclosures might include moments of self-doubt, uncertainty about her future, or reflections on previous heartbreaks. By confiding in him, she communicates that she values his empathy and insight. She trusts that his guidance will be gentle, supportive, and protective rather than dismissive. This act of opening up strengthens the emotional bond between them, allowing love to flourish in a safe and understanding environment. Vulnerability also manifests in expressing her true emotions openly. A younger woman in love may allow herself to cry, laugh, or show frustration in his presence without fear of losing respect or being misunderstood. She doesn't feel the need to maintain a facade of perfection because she trusts him to accept her as she is. These moments are intimate and sacred, creating a foundation for a relationship built on honesty and mutual understanding. By showing her raw emotions, she invites him into her inner world, making their connection deeper and more genuine. Another sign of emotional vulnerability is the way she communicates her needs and desires. She may openly discuss her hopes, dreams, and even expectations in the relationship, revealing her emotional landscape in a direct yet respectful manner. This transparency indicates that she is invested in building a meaningful partnership rather than a superficial one. By allowing herself to be seen fully, she is giving him the opportunity to respond with care, support, and reciprocation, further cementing trust and emotional closeness. Emotional vulnerability also creates a space for mutual growth. When a younger woman shares her innermost feelings, an older man has the chance to respond thoughtfully, offering wisdom, reassurance, or guidance. This exchange not only strengthens their bond, but also fosters understanding between two people of different life experiences. Her willingness to expose her emotions demonstrates courage and respect for him, as she acknowledges that his presence in her life matters enough to share her authentic self. In many relationships, emotional vulnerability becomes the language of love. Words alone can convey affection, but allowing someone to witness your fears, weaknesses, and true self shows a deeper level of commitment. For a younger woman, expressing vulnerability with an older man signifies that she trusts his judgment, values his perspective, and feels secure enough to be unguarded. It is a testament to the strength of their connection, proving that love thrives not in perfection, but in acceptance and mutual understanding. Ultimately, when a younger woman shows emotional vulnerability, it is a clear signal of her genuine love and trust. She is willing to let him into her heart and mind, revealing her true self without hesitation. This openness deepens their bond, creating a foundation of intimacy, respect, and emotional support. Through her vulnerability, she communicates that she feels safe, valued, and connected. And in doing so, she strengthens the love and trust that form the core of their relationship. Her willingness to be emotionally open is a powerful expression of love that cannot be faked, and it serves as a lasting sign of her sincere attachment to him. She knows that true connection is built not on appearances or superficial gestures, but on the courage to show one's heart fully and trust it will be cherished. When a younger woman genuinely loves an older man, one of the most profound ways she demonstrates her feelings is through loyalty and appreciation. These qualities go beyond occasional compliments or fleeting gestures. They are consistent behaviors that show her commitment, respect, and gratitude for the relationship they share. Loyalty reflects her dedication not only to him as a partner, but also to the bond they are building together. Appreciation, on the other hand, communicates that she values the time, effort, and care he invests in her life. Together, these qualities form a foundation of trust, emotional security, and lasting connection. Loyalty in a relationship manifests in several ways. A younger woman in love often prioritizes the relationship, showing that she is committed to the older man emotionally and mentally. She stands by him during challenges and uncertainties, demonstrating that her attachment is not superficial or conditional. Her actions consistently reflect a choice to support him and the partnership they share. This loyalty can be seen in simple everyday behaviors, such as keeping promises, showing up when he needs her, or defending him in social situations. It also extends to respecting boundaries, being honest, and nurturing the trust that forms the core of their connection. Loyalty is not about possessiveness or control. It is about a steadfast commitment to the relationship and the well-being of the person she loves. Appreciation complements loyalty by allowing her to recognize and celebrate his efforts, qualities, and presence. A younger woman who loves an older man often expresses gratitude for both the small and significant things he does. She may thank him for his guidance, acknowledge the sacrifices he makes, or simply express how much she values his support, wisdom, and companionship. Appreciation is an ongoing acknowledgement that his role in her life is meaningful and cherished. It communicates that she notices his efforts, that she is aware of the ways he enriches her life, and that she does not take him for granted. When loyalty and appreciation are combined, they create a relationship dynamic that is deeply nurturing and secure. The older man feels respected, valued, and understood, which encourages him to continue investing emotionally and practically in the partnership. At the same time, the younger woman experiences the reassurance that her love and dedication are recognized, creating a positive cycle of trust, affection, and mutual care. This dynamic allows the relationship to grow steadily, even in the face of challenges or differences in age and experience. Loyalty and appreciation also become apparent in how she communicates about him to others. She speaks highly of him, highlighting his character, wisdom, and positive influence in her life. Her words convey pride in being with him, as well as recognition of the unique qualities he brings to the relationship. This public acknowledgement reinforces her commitment and shows that her feelings are genuine as she openly celebrates the connection they share. Moreover, these qualities influence the way she handles conflicts or misunderstandings. A loyal and appreciative partner does not seek to blame or criticize unnecessarily. Instead, she approaches disagreements with patience, empathy, and a willingness to understand his perspective. She recognizes the value of the relationship above transient emotions, demonstrating that her love is grounded in respect, maturity, and a desire for long-term harmony. Ultimately, when a younger woman consistently communicates loyalty and appreciation, it is a clear indication of her deep affection and genuine attachment. She chooses to honor the relationship through her actions, words, and attitudes, ensuring that the older man feels valued, trusted, and supported. These expressions are not occasional. They are woven into the fabric of her behavior, reflecting the sincerity of her love. In the end, loyalty and appreciation are not just gestures. They are a language of love, a way of showing that she sees him as a partner worth cherishing and a presence in her life worth respecting and celebrating. Her consistent commitment and heartfelt gratitude make the relationship stronger, deeper, and more meaningful, proving that true love thrives in both devotion and recognition. In conclusion, the ways a younger woman expresses her love for an older man are often subtle yet profoundly revealing. From genuine admiration to seeking his guidance, showing emotional vulnerability, and communicating loyalty and appreciation, each action and word reflects the depth of her feelings. These expressions are not just fleeting gestures, they are signs of trust, respect, and emotional investment that demonstrate the sincerity of her love. Understanding and recognizing these cues allows an older man to appreciate the unique bond they share, one built on mutual respect, care, and meaningful connection. When love is communicated in these authentic ways, it creates a relationship that is not only passionate but also enduring, grounded in understanding and heartfelt devotion.